It could very well be a flop. My Daughter Left the Nest and Returned an S-Rank Adventurer, dang that's a mouthful, is a fantasy action-adventure anime. We follow Belgrieve, the retired adventurer, and his adoptive daughter Angeline on their journey. When I first started watching, I immediately had PTSD from Angeline being found in the woods, but luckily a non-degenerate stumbled upon her. I was then immediately hit with another episode as her child character design strongly resembled the generic black-haired power fantasy type characters we see all the time. I figured they finally decided to make these fantasy characters as androgynous as possible, so anyone could self-insert. However, that clearly wasn't the case after the third time skip. It's at this point we've gotten a lot of both Belgrieve and Angeline's respective characters, as instead of blank slates we see just how deeply they care for one another despite having no blood relation. While we don't get too much progression in this first episode, as it's mostly set up, our protagonists have been given some clearly established personalities. Belgrieve in particular as an amputee is very interesting, as he slays monsters around the village while also training the youngsters and being all around a cool dude. All that sounds great, right? Well, there are a few issues as well. First off, you haven't subscribed to my channel. Secondly, this is animated by Typhoon Graphics. While they don't have the greatest track record, their most recent show, Why Raylina Ended Up at the Duke's Mansion, has a good reception. And while S-Rank Musume also boasts an all-star voice acting team and a unique yet pleasant art style, the opening fight scenes aren't great for an action anime. While they seem to be doing their best with what they have, I would not expect Jujutsu Kaisen level quality. Still, I'm a sucker for fantasy shows, and this seems to be a fresh take on the genre. If the story and characters can shine through, then I think this definitely deserves a spot on your watch list.